Okay, so if you'd like to find a comfy seat on your mat and perhaps allow your eyes to close or take a soft gaze at the floor in front of you. I'm gonna go back to my mat too. Today we're gonna try and unstick the parts of ourselves that are feeling a little bit stuck. So I invite you to take 5 deep breaths at your own pace, inhaling through the nose, exhaling with a sigh, making it long and drawn out, going all the way to the bottom of the exhale. So allow yourself to make a little bit of noise. Perhaps have your hands at your lap or on the stomach or heart, wherever feels good. And as you take these 5 rounds of breath, notice any stickiness, discomfort in the body, the mind, the spirit. I'm using my phone to control music, so if you see me on my phone, that's why. And just breathe. Meeting yourself where you're at. I invite you to keep breathing, but at a more regular pace. We're going to take 5 more breaths together in just a moment, but first I want to give you a little story. Today's peak pose is going to be eagle, if you would like to meet me in it. The word for eagle is Garudasana, and Garuda is the king of birds, it's the eagle. And the king of birds was the form of transport for Vishnu, one of the 3 main gods. And Vishnu is the preserver. So Vishnu keeps the world in order, helps make sure the world keeps going, even when everything is in chaos. And I think right now, that's especially important. We have to keep going. Work doesn't stop, life doesn't stop. And you're welcome to take this mantra and mudra as a bigger picture, so think about the world, or you're welcome to take it more internally today and focus on preserving your own self, your need to keep going even when things get hard. And so there's a full eagle pose that we'll take at the end, but to start, we're just gonna take eagle arms, and we'll do 3 breaths in each direction. Because Garuda, the eagle, is this strong eagle made out of the flames of fire from the sun, so full of life and light and heat. And as we twist through our practice today, we're going to build that heat and find our own power to keep going. So we're going to take 3 rounds of breath on each side. So for a start, bring your arms out to a T, and then you're going to cross your arms so that your left arm is on top of your right, and you've got your right elbow in the crevice of your left elbow, and then maybe your hands touch, the palms, maybe they just stay far apart, whatever feels comfortable. So this is eagle arms. You'll lift your elbows up to your chin, and if it's comfortable, look up to the thumbs, just like this. And I'm gonna cue the inhales, and then we'll all exhale with a sigh, and we'll do 3 rounds of breath on this side. Inhale. Inhale. Last time, inhale. Bring those arms back out to a T. And this time, you're gonna go to the other side. So we had our left arm on top before, so we're gonna have our left arm on the bottom this time. So your right elbow is gonna sit in your left elbow, and your hands touch. Elbows raise up to chin or mouth level. Perhaps soles of the hands together, look up to the thumbs. Inhale. 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 Arms out to a T and then down by your sides. We'll make our way to child's pose. So the knees are as wide as the mat, big toes touch. Sit your hips back to your heels. Extend your arms out in front of you. Taking a couple of breaths here, rolling your head side to side, massaging from temple to temple. Really breathing deeply, allowing that breath to filter into the places that feel stuck and begin to unwind, twist and wring them out, making space for newness. Couple of options here to start twisting. Either walk both hands over to the right side, or sit up tall, bring your hands to heart center, press together in Anjali Mudra, and twist, prayer hands over to the side. So you've got your left elbow on the floor, you're twisting over towards the right. Take a couple of breaths here. And then walk your hands through center and over to the left, or take those prayer hands and twist, opening to the left-hand side. Couple more breaths. Unwind, coming back to your static child's posture, and then peel the chest up, rippling forward to table. So the legs come out behind the knees. You've got your hips over your knees, your shoulders over elbows, over wrists. 5 rounds of cat-cow on your own breath. Inhales, lower the belly, open the chest, look up. Exhales, arc the back, look down at the belly button. 4 more. If at any point any of these positions hurt your knees, you can always fold your blanket up under them or sit back on the heels a little bit, whatever feels good. Finding a still table when you're ready. We're going to do thread the needle now. I'm going to face forward so you can see me. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, thread right hand under left armpit, landing on the right shoulder. Left hand can come out in front of you or wind along the back, reaching towards the right thigh for the bind. Few breaths here. Opening the chest and the shoulder. Remembering to send that breath to the places that feel stuck. On your inhale, left hand under left shoulder again, right arm to the sky. Exhale, plant that right hand back down for table. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread left arm under right armpit, thread the needle. Few breaths here. Inhale, right hand under right shoulder, left arm to the sky. Exhale, back to table. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. So you're really extending through those shoulders, pressing into each and every fingertip. Perhaps bending one knee and then the other, walking out the dog. We'll take 5 breaths here. Noticing if the backs of the legs are stiff from our seated days. Walking out the muscles, working out the discomfort. At the bottom of your last breath, inhale up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, step, hop, or float the feet to the hands. Allow yourself to hang in ragdoll, perhaps taking a slight bend in the knees. Grab opposite elbows with opposite hands and just hang down, perhaps swaying from side to side. Next, inhale, arms sweep up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up tall. Exhale, step right foot behind left. Grab right wrist with left hand, arc up and over. Stretching out that side body, making space. So often I find myself crunching in my ribs. Inhale, back up tall. Exhale, other side. So you're holding on to that left wrist with the right hand. Inhale up tall. Exhale, hands by your sides. Meet me at the top of your mat. We're gonna do 3 rounds of flow. If you would like to just watch the first round, that's totally fine. We'll be walking through it 1 breath per pose. Take it at whatever pace you need to. Instead of lowering through chaturanga to up dog, I'll be lowering knees, chest, chin to cobra. I'll talk you through the whole thing. And like I said, feel free to watch the first one. So you've got your feet underneath your hips, hands by your side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, hands come to your shins, look up. Exhale, plant those hands, step back to a high plank. Take a deep inhale here. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, tops of the feet to the floor, pull the elbows in, raise the chest, cobra. Exhale, work your way through table, coming onto the balls of the feet, down dog. Hold for 3 breaths. Inhale, raise up onto the balls of the feet. Exhale, step, hop, or float the feet to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. We've got 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Deep inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, raise the hips, downward dog. 3 breaths here. Remembering to breathe deeply. We're building the heat for our practice to make our bodies and minds a little bit more pliable as we try to unstick ourselves. Inhale to the toes. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. 1 more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Deep inhale. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, up or cobra. Exhale, downward dog. 3 more breaths. Remembering to take child's pose anytime. Whenever it is comfortable for you. Inhale to the toes. Exhale, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samastitihi. Samastitihi just means equal standing pose, so it means you've got your weight equally distributed between the two halves of your body. We're gonna come to a wide lunge now, or wide squat, sorry. So step your feet wider than your hips, turn them out 45 degrees, bend the knees so they're tracking over the big toes, and bring your arms to cactus. We're gonna do a breathing exercise here. If you'd like, you can stay in the squat the whole time, or you can stand and squat with each breath, depending on how much you want your thighs to start shaking. So with our inhales, we'll twist ourselves to the left. Exhale, back to center. Inhale to the right. Exhale, back to center. Keep doing that. Let's do 3 more breaths each side. Last time, each side. Stand up tall, give it a little shake. We're gonna come back to that goddess posture, but this time we're gonna exhale with a huh. So you're gonna meet me in goddess. I'll cue the inhale, we'll stand up tall. Exhale, you'll come down to that squat, arms in cactus, and you'll make a loud huh. I encourage you to be as loud as you want. It's very cathartic. I promise not to scream because I'm in your ear. So first one, ready? Inhale. Inhale. 4 more. Inhale. 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 I lost track. 1 more. Inhale. Stand up tall, forward fold, wide-legged. Allow yourself to shift your hips from side to side, noticing if one side of the body is a little tighter than the other. On your next inhale, walk your hands forward into a wide-legged downward dog, perhaps giving a little bend in the knees. It can be a little bit of an uncomfortable position. The important thing is to extend through the shoulders. Breathe here. Inhale, walk your hands back underneath the shoulders. Exhale, walk your hands back behind you. If your hands come to the ground, you can flip your fingertips towards the toes. Walk yourself back. Inhale, bring hands underneath the shoulders. Exhale, hands to the hips, stand up nice and tall. You're gonna turn your right toes in 45 degrees and flip your left foot so that it's perpendicular to the front of your mat. Take an inhale, arms up, twist towards the front of your mat so your hips shift, and then bend the left knee over the left ankle, warrior 1. Inhale, shoulders up to ears. Exhale, settle them down, feel that release. Hold here, a few breaths. We've got a couple more breaths here. I invite you to join me in a twist if you'd like. Hands come to heart center and right elbow goes towards left knee, opening up the chest. Perhaps you come onto the toes of the back foot if that's more comfortable. Inhale, back up, warrior one. Exhale, straighten that leg, fold over, bringing the chest towards the thigh. Allowing yourself to deepen the stretch. Just hang here. Inhale, arms up, bend the left knee over the left ankle again. This time, open the arms so that they extend the length of the mat for warrior two. Take a couple of breaths here, making sure that knee is as comfortable as it is to get far over the ankle, but don't overextend. And keep the front of that back thigh engaged. Next, inhale, right hand comes to right thigh, left arm lifts up and back, exalting your warrior. If you'd like, your right hand can also reach around your back, reaching towards the left thigh for the bind. One more breath. Inhale, unwind, stand those legs up tall. Shift the whole foot setup. So you're gonna just take a little tilt so that your right foot is by the front, the back of your mat. Left toes are turned in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, turn towards the right foot, bend the right knee, warrior one. Breathe here. Taking the twist if you'd like. Inhale, up tall, straighten that leg. Exhale, fold forward, right onto the right thigh. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring the left heel back down, bend the right knee over the right ankle. Open the arms for warrior two. Looking out over that right hand, trying to keep the shoulders over the hips. When you're ready, bringing the left hand to the left thigh or around the back, exalting your warrior. One more breath. Inhale, stand both legs up tall. Keep breathing as you heel toe your feet back together. Give them a little shake, release those legs. When you're ready, come back to the front of your mat. Forward fold. Option to take a flow here if you'd like, or just meet me in downward dog. Perhaps pedaling out the feet if you'd like. Few options here. Option one, raise the right leg to the sky and hold it here and see what it feels like to balance in three-legged dog. Option two, bend the knee, open the hip. Giving yourself a nice hip opener. It can release so many emotions and also just feel really good and help you sleep at night. Option three, if Wild Thing is in your practice, you can allow yourself to tip over and look up and back. Wherever you're at, keep breathing. Everybody meeting back in downward facing dog. Bend the knees down to the mat, sit hips back to heels in child's pose for just a moment before we take the other side. Perhaps shifting the hips or rocking the head, giving your body and mind what they need. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. This time, same options, left leg up, or bend the knee, open the hip. Or if Wild Thing is in your practice, tipping over, lifting the hips, looking back. Keep breathing. Meeting back in downward dog, wherever you're at. Taking an inhale to the toes. Exhale, lowering the knees to the floor, sit back on the heels. We're gonna take a moment to do a couple of arm stretches, starting with some shoulder rolls. Inhale, shoulders to ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders down the back. 4 more, just like that. Sometimes it's nice just to return to basics. Especially because I just realized I have the heat in this room on to 76, which is very hot yoga for me. I'm not good in heat. And then switching directions after you've done 5 backwards and rolling the shoulders forwards. Bring your arms out to a T. Hug your right arm across your chest and use the left arm to hug it in close. Take a couple of breaths here. Bringing those hands together for that eagle posture again. Lift the elbows up to the chin. Look up at the thumbs. Keep breathing. Finding your inner sun power, your preservation. Releasing arms back out to a T, cross the left arm over the chest, use the right arm to hug it in. Couple of breaths. And winding the hands into eagle when you're ready. Elbows lift, look up. Release those arms, give yourself a little shake, and coming to table. You're gonna step your left foot to your left thumb, so you're in a nice low lunge. All of the stretches we're about to do can be done in low lunge, so the back knee is on the ground, or you can tuck the toes, raise the back knee, and do them in high lunge. It's whatever feels best for your knees. First things first, we're gonna take the crescent. So you're inhaling those arms up, exhaling to hold, keep breathing. I think a lot of problems people have in crescent is that they're arcing from the back, and so you're crunching that lower back, which does not feel good. What you want to think about is inhaling up tall, exhaling looking back. So it's more about the chest lift than it is about the back arch. If you're in low lunge, it's safe for your knee to come forward over your ankle. If you're in high lunge, please make sure it does not. And then wherever you're at, allowing your right hand to come down to the mat, left arm opens up. Give yourself a nice side body twist. Keep breathing. If you'd like, you can use prayer hands again to open the chest even further. Lower both hands back down to the mat. Option to just step back to down dog here or take a flow, whatever you would like. We'll meet in our downward dogs. Holding for a couple of breaths. And then bringing right foot to right thumb. Finding that lunge again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, look up and back for the crescent. And then left hand comes down to the mat, right arm opens up for the twist. Option 1, just hold here, nice and open. Option 2, don't fall over, bring your hands to prayer and use it to open the chest a little further. Bottom of the next breath, hands frame the front foot, and either take a flow or step back to downward dog. Everybody inhale up to the toes. Exhale, bring your feet to your hands. Forward fold, hold here. Next inhale brings the arms to the sky. Exhale, sit the hips back, coming to chair. So you've got your knees bent, your hips back like you're going for a chair that's just not behind you, so don't actually sit down. Arms hug the ears. You can stand up to stretch out whenever you need to, but keeping those thighs engaged, looking out. And then hands come to heart center, and we twist the right elbow over to the left side. You can keep the elbows bent or open up the arms. Couple of breaths here. Next, inhale back through center, raise the arms up, stand up for a second, shake it out. And then settling back into that chair, hands to heart center, twisting over to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale, stand up tall. Hands by your sides, shake it out. We're gonna give ourselves a moment to try eagle here. So, no pressure, as much eagle as you can get is great. If you wanna just stick with the arms, that's fantastic. So, the thing with eagle is that whichever leg is on top, that arm is on the bottom, which always throws my brain for a loop. With a little bit of a balance, it can be nice to have something near you to brace yourself on. I'm gonna come a little bit closer so that you can see. It's a similar engagement in that it engages the thighs, and then as with all of that twisting we're doing, it opens the hips a little bit and the spine. So we'll bring our right knee over top of our left thigh. In full eagle, your right toes like curl behind your left calf, but mine just don't do that. So congratulations if yours do. I'm just gonna hang out here. Arms out to a T. And then because our right leg is on top, our right arm is on the bottom. So you'll bring your left elbow into your right elbow crease and bring those hands together. So this is the side. Lift those elbows up to chin height. If you can, look up to your thumbs. This is when I start to wobble. See how many breaths you can get in here. Totally okay if it's none. It's a good exercise. Eagle is my new challenge pose for myself, and it's still challenging, is my update. When you're ready, release all that out. Give yourself a little bit of a shake, and then we'll try it on the left-hand side. So this time, lift the left leg, cross the left knee above the right knee. Arms out to a T because left leg is on top, left arm goes on the bottom. So you'll sit right elbow into left and see if you can touch those palms. Wow, I'm very wobbly, I'm so sorry. Lift the elbows up. I'm not even gonna look up, it's not gonna work. Keep breathing. And release when you're ready. Thanks for trying that challenge with me. We will all get there. I'm very proud of every single one of you. Let's take a couple more stretches now that we've had our challenge. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower the knees, chest and chin. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lift the hips for downward dog. We're gonna come to lizard now. So inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot to your right pinky. So it looks a little awkward from the front. Option 1, keep that back knee lifted and stay up on the hands. Option 2, bring the back knee down and come onto the top of the back foot. If this is comfortable, stay here. If you need a little bit more distance, you can put your hands up on a block or a book or a couch cushion. If your hips are feeling super loosey-goosey, you can come down to the forearms. Wherever you're at, we'll hold for 5 breaths. If this is just not gonna happen in your body today, totally fine. Come out to a nice side lunge. Does the same thing, opens up the hips, engages the legs. Both are phenomenal stretches. Raise back up onto the palms of the hands if you're down. And then step your right foot back to your left. Just bring yourself to table. Work your way through a few rounds of cat-cow. Inhales, lower the belly. Exhales, arc the back. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward dog. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Exhale, left foot to left pinky. Same thing, you can take a side lunge to the left, or if you're in lizard, lowering the right knee and the top of the right foot. You can come up on a prop, stay on your hands, or lower down to the forearms. Hold for 5 breaths. And it is okay here if your knee does not stay directly over your ankle. Mine opens out to the side a little bit. Inhale, bring yourself back up onto your hands. Exhale, bring that left knee back to table. We've got 3 options now. You can take pigeon, reclining pigeon, or seated pigeon. So if you're in a seat, you'll fold your left leg out, hold on to the knee and the left foot, and lift up. This is the same motion, lifting that hip. You can even bring it out to the side if you'd like a little bit more of a hip opener. But it's that lift motion that really gives you the stretch. If you'd like to take reclining pigeon, you'll lay down on your back, cross your left ankle below your right knee, and use your hands to pull your right thigh into the chest. This gives you that nice openness of pigeon without what is sometimes uncomfortable, the lowering to the floor. If you'd like to do pigeon on the floor, please have a blanket nearby. That you'll step your left foot to your left pinky, and then heel toe your foot over to your right hand. Lower your back leg, and then gently allow the knee to drift down to the ground. Traditionally, pigeon was taught so that you had to keep your shin parallel to the top of your mat. That's not true anymore. The important thing is to have your knee out, and then your ankle can come in as far as you need it to. And then you can allow yourself to settle onto the floor. If you've got a lot of distance between your hip and the floor, you can fold a blanket and give yourself a little bit of support there. Wherever you're at, keep breathing. And if you need to come out and give your body and mind a break, please feel free to take child's. Pigeon can create some beautiful openness, but it can also be a little bit emotionally taxing. And it's always okay to step back. Keep breathing wherever you're at. Gently lift yourself out of whatever posture you're in. If you're in pigeon, down on the floor, lift the hips, step back to down dog. We'll take pigeon or reclining pigeon or seated pigeon on the right-hand side now. So wherever you're at, use the right leg, lift it up, pull it back, or bring it down to the ground. Allowing yourself to settle. Remembering that while pigeon can be an uncomfortable posture, it should never be a painful one. If it is painful, pick another pose that feels better. You want that deliciously lovely stretch, not a pull or a twinge. Few more breaths. And when you're ready, lifting yourself out of the posture. Making your way down onto your back. If you're seated, you can take a nice wide stance and shift the hips from side to side. If you can come down to your back, you'll lay down, bend the knees in towards the armpits, grab the pinky edge of the feet with the hands and rock yourself from side to side in happy baby. Hug the knees into the chest and allow the knees to both drift over to the left side, looking out over the right hand for a supine twist. Keep breathing into those sticky spots. Inhale, knees back into the chest. Exhale, drape them over to the right. Look out to the left. Bringing the knees back into the chest, take a moment to take any last stretches your body is calling for before we settle into our meditative posture to end the practice. We'll begin with a short guided meditation and then work our way into a silent Shavasana. So take your time for any last twists, reaches, inversions before settling yourself into a pose that'll be comfy for about 10 minutes. Perhaps bringing a blanket under your head or over your belly. When you get there, allowing your eyes to shift closed, or take a soft gaze at the floor in front of you if you're seated. And notice the breath trickling in through the nose and sighing out through the mouth. With our inhales, we invite new cleansing energies into our bodies. With our exhales, we release that which no longer serves us from the body, mind, and soul. Allow this breath to wash over you like the rain outside, clearing away that which you no longer need and creating space for newness, openness, and growth. Lord Vishnu, the preserver, makes sure that things remain, that the world stays, does not disappear. One of the other gods, Lord Shiva, the destroyer, destroys our broken patterns and makes way for Brahma to help us create new patterns. Between the three of them, we make sure we stay in this beautiful space. Get rid of that which no longer serves us and build ourselves back up, newer, stronger, kinder. Allowing the breath to send itself wherever you need to dissipate the stickiness and let go of what needs to be gone. Remaining in your state of meditation in Shavasana, I invite you to look within and perhaps listen to the sound of my voice as I guide you into complete relaxation. With each inhale, allow the breath to swirl in through the body. With each exhale, let that part relax, sinking into your mat, melting into the floor, releasing. Allowing the breath to trickle in through the toes, the soles of the feet, through the heel and around the ankle. Up the shins and down the calves. Swirling in the knees and trickling in through the thighs. Allow the breath to settle into the hips and pelvis, sinking you into your sticky mat, letting go of that which no longer serves you. Allow the breath to unwind any knots in the stomach. Bring openness to the chest and new air to the lungs. Fill the heart with love and light. Cascade over the shoulders, pulling down the shoulder blades, back and spine. Massaging out any kinks or soreness. Trickling through the upper arms and into the elbows. Massaging over the forearms and circling the wrists. Filling the palms and spreading into each and every fingertip. As you breathe, allow the back of the neck to lengthen, the chin to dip, the jaw to release. Allow your tongue to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Imagine your energy massaging the temples, coming over the brow bone and down the jaw. Breathing into this newness, this space you have created with your practice, with your breath, with your mind. As you are ready, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, bringing the attention back to the breath. Slowly rolling to your right side for a few more breaths in this space. Pressing yourself into a comfortable seat, eyes closed or softly gazing at the floor in front of you. If you're looking for a little bit of grounding in your life, I invite you to have your hands, palms facing down, so that you can ground your energy into Mother Nature's. If you are looking for openness, for help, lift the palms towards the sky, accepting the energies of the universe. We'll conclude our practice today with 3 rounds of Om. I'll cue the inhale. On the exhale, we'll all make the universal sound Om together. Ready? Inhale. Inhale. Last time, inhale. By the mercy of my teachers, the light within me honors the light within all of you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. It has been an absolute pleasure. Namaste. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you next week.